XSplit and download OBS, which I've never used before. And so all of the streaming that you saw me doing this afternoon, like on Twitter where it was like one after the other, that was on OBS. And the OBS settings, like, I don't know enough about it to be able to choose correctly, but the OBS settings were so detailed. Like XSplit, I just ran a thing and it told me what to set stuff at, and then I could just adjust the resolution and stuff. I'm just totally babbling right now. But that was my dilemma. So I did all that streaming on OBS. I learned it really quickly so that I could use it. And then it was all for nothing. So I know you don't care. What am I supposed to talk about, Ashes? You're so mean. I'm telling you what trouble I went through to get the stream up and running today. For my one viewer. My singleton viewer. Okay, fine. I won't talk about it anymore. I'll just sit in silence. How's that sound? So mean. You're like a big bully. Hey, Neo. Thanks for coming by. It's good for you, silence. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be silent, so you'll have to mute me if you want me to be silent. How are you doing tonight, Neo? Thanks for coming by. I was going to get started here pretty soon. I wanted to give people a chance to come in because the beginning is so good. And the other thing, Neo, is that it may not stream. Like it kind of was streaming, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then the laptop crashed. And Ashes has heard this already, so he really doesn't want to hear it. And I apologize for that, Ashes, that you're going to have to hear the story 40 times. But that's what you get for coming in here 2 hours early. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. I guess I could give it a couple more minutes. How was your weekend, Neo? Did you do anything this weekend? Play checkers? Play any Dark Souls 2? I played lots of Dark Souls 2 this weekend. Do you want to see if, hey, Ashes, should I post Dune's video? I don't know if I can. You should post Dune's video in the chat and tell him to go to marker, I think it's 1312, where I trolled Dune in his stream. That's what you should do, because it was so funny. That's what I did this weekend. Which do I think is a better person? I don't think either of them are a better person. I think that they're both important to the chat. Lurkers and chatters are just as important. I bet Ashes doesn't want to do any work today. I mean, I know for certain that for the most part people don't come into my stream to watch the games I'm playing because they're so lame. Even though even though we have fun and I have fun with them. But maybe today they would, I thought. We'll see. I'm just going to give it another minute. And then I'll get started. And thanks for being patient, everyone. Every two of you. Oh, that sounds like a perfect weekend, Neo. I went to hang out. I was supposed to go up to Duluth this weekend to hang out with a girlfriend of mine and another girlfriend and her family that live in Duluth. But it turned out that her and one of her children had strep throat, so we ended up staying here in the Twin Cities. And hang on one second. Sorry about that. My daughter's acting up right now. She just thinks she can just do whatever she wants. So yeah, so we stayed here and we hung out basically. We had some beer, the kids ran around and played on a slip and slide, and the boys played Xbox all weekend. And so I got home Sunday like late, like early evening on Sunday, like at 6. So yeah, the first store must have gotten trademarked. Okay, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to start. So here we go. I have to just choose the episode, even though I finished this episode. And Neo and Ashes, just let me know how the sound is on the game and the sound on myself, because it's hard to tell because some things are loud in the game and some things are not. But I want you to be able to hear it because it's super important. The sound in the game is really important. And let's keep our fingers crossed that it will stream. So I picked up a rope. I wasn't sure if I should read this stuff. I think some of the text that's down here, I won't be able to, some of it will be covered up because this window goes so low. So we'll see. I think I'll read some of it, but maybe not this. Oh, sorry. No, Morgan Freeman. I hated this part. So that's Anthony Beechworth. That was all my childhood friend Anthony Beechworth had written in his letter. It had been many years since I had heard that sentence. It was the motto of the science and philosophy group that we had secretly run as students back when we were in that secluded boarding school in Scotland, but we had left it all behind, like mere childhood memories. That letter was unusual. It could only mean something awful must have happened. Something that must remain absolutely secret. I had to find out what was going on. Without delay, I took the first morning train to Sussex and made my way to the address on the letter. And there it was, the old house of Anthony's family, the Beechworth Manor. This is strange. Everything is silent, as if there was no one living here. I'm worried about Anthony. I have to find him. So then we're going to do some exploring. Is this Anthony? The years have not been kind to him. I know, Sussex. It's a note. Dear Mr. Beechworth, due to the recent events, the situation has become unbearable for us, and, much to our regret, we have no other choice but to leave. We will remain forever grateful for all these years in your service. God bless you, Mr. and Mrs. Brewer. That's your coat. I think I could shut the door. That's the grandfather clock. Okay, let's head this way. A deer head overlooks the room with glass eyes. A machine that plays recorded music. I did not know that Anthony was such an enthusiast of new inventions. I think a recording of sound or music can be played if an engraved cylinder or disc is inserted, but I see no such object in the device. This is a cabinet with glasses and some liquor bottles. There is also a matchbox. Should we take the matchbox? Yes, we should. A fireplace. It looks like it has not been cleaned in a long time. Oh, that large window is wide open, letting the cold dusk air in. Let's head this way. A seascape. There's a small boat struggling against the roaring waves. Let's look at all the pictures, I think. Oops. A rainy mountain landscape.